Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics (STEM) is an umbrella term used to group together the distinct but related technical disciplines of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The term is typically used in the context of education policy or curriculum choices in schools. It has implications for workforce development, national security concerns, as a shortage of STEM-educated citizens can reduce effectiveness in this area, and immigration policy with regard to admitting foreign students and tech workers. There is no universal agreement on which disciplines are included in STEM, in particular, whether or not the science in STEM includes social sciences such as psychology, sociology, economics, and political science. In the United States, these are typically included by the National Science Foundation, NSF, the Department of Labor's O-Net online database for job seekers, and the Department of Homeland Security. In the United Kingdom, the social sciences are categorized separately and are instead grouped with humanities and arts to form another counterpart acronym, HASS, Humanities, Arts, and Social Sciences, citation needed, rebranded in 2020 as SHAPE, Social Sciences, Humanities, and the Arts for People and the Economy. Some sources also use HEAL, Health, Education, Administration, and Literacy, as the counterpart of STEM. Title: The Spark of Discovery. Afif sat at the back of the classroom, chin resting in his hand, doodling circuits in the margin of his notebook. He had always been curious about how planes fly, how bridges hold, and why robots could mimic human behavior. But school felt routine, predictable, until Mr. Idris wheeled in a strange cart one day loaded with wires, goggles, and what looked like parts of a drone. "We're starting a new unit," he announced, eyes gleaming. "STEM exploration. You won't just learn, you'll invent." Afif's ears perked up. He was paired with Aaron, the quiet guy from the robotics club. They were opposites. Afif full of ideas and wild theories, Aaron grounded and meticulous. But when they were tasked with designing a sustainable city model powered entirely by renewable energy, something clicked. Their classroom transformed into a lab, then into a simulation zone. Through VR headsets, they explored the effects of solar panels in different weather conditions. They 3D printed wind turbines and used coding to program a miniature AI to monitor energy usage. Every challenge felt like a level in a video game, except this time, their choices shaped real-world possibilities. Afif marveled at how learning had become an adventure. He and Aaron stayed late after school, not because they had to, but because they wanted to. They weren't just solving problems in theory anymore, they were imagining futures, building them, testing them. One evening, as their model city lit up with efficient AI-managed energy, Aaron turned to Afif. "You know," he said with a rare grin, "we might just be creating the blueprint for a real city one day." Afif laughed. "Why stop at a city? Let's aim for Mars." And just like that, two ordinary students were no longer learning about the future, they were helping shape it. Because that's what STEM does. It turns questions into quests, and learners into explorers.